second to sign on. Today's live yoga class, we're going to focus on going upside down. So I position the camera so you can see my door because I'm going to use the door. If you have a wall, any kind of wall space or door that's free of lamps, pictures, all sorts of stuff, right? Because we'll use the wall to go upside down. Now, if you don't have a wall, you can always stick with dolphin pose, which I'll show you in the middle of the room, right? You always have that option. Because this week we focused a lot on flexibility on Tuesday and Thursday, right? Tuesday we focused more on opening up the shoulders and the chest. Thursday we focused on opening up the quads and the psoas. So we did a lot of flexibility this week. So today we're going to focus more on strength. We're going to start off with some core strength, arm strength, and then we're going to play a little bit upside down. So we're going to get started. So you don't necessarily need any props. If you want to have your blocks and straps nearby, you can have them nearby. But we're going to start laying on our backs in a lying down butterfly, Supta Baddha Konasana. So you bring the soles of the feet together and just close your eyes. You can rest your hands maybe on the stomach, the floor, maybe overhead. And just take your few moments here. Settle in. Clear away your thoughts from your Friday, whatever you've had going on today. And then start to find your Ujjayi breath, breathing in and out through the nose, slightly constricting the back of the throat so you can start to hear the sound of your breath. And see if you can make your inhales and exhales even longer so you can use that breath throughout the practice. And keep in mind, even though today's practice might be a little bit challenging, you can modify, you can take breaks, you can rest in child's pose. It's still an all levels flow. I'll still give lots of options throughout the practice. Hug your knees into your chest, rock a little bit side to side, maybe draw a couple small circles in one direction and then a couple small circles in the other direction, massaging the lower back. We'll open the arms out to a T, drop your knees to the left and turn your gaze to the right for a nice gentle twist for the spine. And then take it the other way. Drop your knees to the right. Turn your head to the left. Now bring it to center. As I mentioned, we're going to do some core work to start. So arms stay out like a T. Legs are straight up. But if your hamstrings are tight, just bend your legs to 90 degrees and do this with your legs in a tabletop position like this. Okay? Start to lower the legs to the left. Keep the feet glued together and keep your right shoulder down. If your right shoulder lifts, you've gone too far. Then you bring it to center. And you slowly lower the legs to the right. Resisting gravity, left shoulder stays down. So take it side to side at your own pace, keeping both shoulders down, trying not to tense up in the neck and traps, and focus on those obliques. Notice if one foot slid past the other, don't let it. Keep those feet glued side by side. One more time each side, take your time. Make sure you even it out, do both sides. Then bring it to center. Now we're all going to take our legs to that tabletop position. You can bring your hands right next to your hips. We're going to flex the feet and just tap the heels down. So maintain that 90-degree bend. Barely tap the heels and then lift the legs back up to that 90 degrees. So keep going at your own pace. Slow, resist gravity. Feet are flexed. Heels don't rest at the bottom. They just barely graze the floor. And as you're doing this exercise, I want you to notice the lower back. Can you keep your lower back in the mat? Pull the belly button down so that you feel this in the abs. Couple more. Good. Now extend the legs straight up. Reach your fingertips towards your toes and crunch and try to touch your toes for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up. Opposite hand to foot, side to side. Working those obliques. Keep going. Tap. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now place your head down. Hands right by your side where they were before. But now we're going to do straight leg raises. So straight legs, flex the feet, lower them as far as you can without arching the back, and then lift them back up. Again, go at your own pace. Resist gravity. Pull that belly button down and press your lower back into the mat. Up and down with the legs. Couple more. Good. Next one, take it as low as you can and then just hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Take a full body stretch. Reach those arms and legs long. And then hug your knees in. Rock and roll forward and back 2 or 3 times to massage your spine And then when you're ready, we're going to meet in a forearm plank. So again, waking up the core, waking up the arms and shoulders here. Shoulders above the elbows. Walk your feet back. First, find that nice straight position here. Abs in, push the floor away with the arms. So this action of the shoulders is important for the arm balances and for the inversions, right? When we do our forearm stands and our handstands, we want to be pushing away from the floor, right? We don't want to let our head sink towards the floor, so you got to have these strong shoulders. Plug your shoulders into the sockets. Now you can stay here or just float the right foot up a few inches and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then switch, lift the left leg up and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set it down. Stay in your plank. Last 10. Pull your stomach in. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we'll come into child's pose. So first child's pose. Knees wide, big toes together, forehead down, and reset here. Remember, child's pose, your resting pose. You can take a break. You can come back to this pose at any point in your practice. Reconnect to that Ujjayi breath, breathing in and out through the nose. Walk your hands to the right and put your left hand on top of the right so you feel that stretch through the left side of the body. And walk it to the left, right hand on top of the left. Now bring it to your tabletop position, up to your hands and knees. Inhale, drop your belly, arch your back, gaze up, cow pose. Exhale, tuck your chin in and round your back for cat. Inhale to arch, warming up the spine. Exhale to round. One more time. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Then find a neutral spine. Now step your left leg to the left. Gate pose. So you come up, you're on your right knee. Left hand goes on the left leg, and you reach that right arm over and just create a nice side body stretch. Lift up, switch, left knee down, right leg to the side, and reach that left arm over. Good. Back to tabletop. Thread the needle. Take your right arm, peel it up, and thread it through. Put your head down, walk that left hand forward. Maybe if you want a little more, curl the left hand to the right to get deeper. Back to tabletop. Switch sides. Peel your left arm up, thread it through, walk the right hand straight forward, and then if you want a little more, walk it to the left. Back to tabletop, reset. Now opposite arm and leg. Right arm forward, left leg back. Find your balance. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, extend. Good, exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, extend. One more time, knee to elbow. Now extend it out. You can hold or reach around. Maybe grab the foot, find a little back bend as you kick that leg back. Stretch it out, place it down, switch sides. Left arm, right leg. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale to extend. One more time, knee to elbow. Extend it out, work the balance and hold, or reach around, go for that back bend, kick the foot back. Stretch it out, place it down. Now we'll move into our first down dog. Plant the hands shoulder width, tuck your toes, and lift your hips up. First one, I like to move around a little bit, maybe bend one leg at a time, or bend one elbow at a time, and just kind of check in, see how your body's feeling. When you're ready really to settle in, shoulders away from the ears, press the chest back and push your weight back towards your heels. And your heels may not get to the floor today, right? But over time, the hamstrings and calves will get more open and those heels will get closer to the floor. Inhale, glide forward to a high plank. Now you're on your hands and toes. Exhale, lift the hips right back up, down dog. Inhale, forward, high plank. Exhale, down dog. One more time. Inhale, forward, high plank. Good, exhale, down dog. Walk the feet up to meet your hands, ragdoll at the front. Feet hips width, bend your knees, and grab opposite elbows. Let yourself hang here. Maybe shake the head, yes and no. Relax your neck. And then you can sway side to side, shifting the body weight from the right foot to the left foot. You can also sway forward and back from the balls of feet to the heels. Roll yourself all the way up to stand. Good. Lift the arms up when you get to the top. Grab your left wrist, pull it over to the right, create that side body stretch. And then switch, grab your right wrist and pull it to the left. Bring it to center. Interlace the fingers behind your back or use a strap or a towel. Open up your chest. Bend your knees a little bit. Fold forward, keeping the hands interlaced. Release the hands down. Now try to cross your feet, crossing the right foot behind the left. And feel free to bend the knees as much as you need to, right? We're still loosening things up. Then you fold forward. You can fold straight forward or walk it over to the left edge of your mat. Walk it to center. Switch the cross of the feet. So now your right foot's in front. Same variations, going straight forward as you fold or walking it to the right. Back to center. Uncross the feet. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands, step to plank, and bring your knees down so we can modify the first one. Hug the elbows in, slowly come to the floor. That's your modified chaturanga. Untuck the toes, push through the tops of the feet, small back bend lifting the chest for cobra pose. Lower down. Push up all the way to the knees, then tuck your toes and come into your down dog. So if you need that option throughout the practice, feel free to take it. Or you can also skip any of the vinyasas and just come straight to down dog or child's pose, listening to your body. Look forward, step or hop, both feet up to meet your hands. Feet are together this time. Inhale, lengthen, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, use that flat back, reverse swan dive all the way up to stand, gaze up, maybe those palms touch. Exhale, swan dive back down. Inhale as you lengthen. Exhale, step back. Chaturanga, now from the toes or the knees, halfway down. Inhale, if you're on the toes, you flip over your feet for up dog, knees stay off the floor. Exhale, down dog. Good, a couple more times to warm us up a little more. Look forward, step or hop to the front. Inhale, flat back. Exhale as you fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive all the way up to stand. Exhale, swan dive all the way back down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step or add a little hop back. Chaturanga. Good. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. One more time, same sequence. Look forward, step or hop to the front. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive up to stand. Exhale, swan dive back down. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, step or jump. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Good. We're going to do a variation on Sun B to warm us up a little bit more. Look forward, step or hop to the front, feet together. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Now, chair pose, Utkatasana. Bend the knees, reach the arms up. Sink the weight to the heels. Interlace your hands again, but we're going to put the other thumb on top from whatever you did earlier. Try to do that, so it might feel a little awkward. Open the chest. And then fold forward, maybe straightening those legs as you fold. Release the hands. If you want to add in your crow pose, right? Crow's foundation for everything, right? Foundation for inversions and arm balances. If not, just take your regular vinyasa and meet us in down dog. If you want to add in your crow first, knees on your triceps, lean forward, maybe lift the feet. And if you're comfortable there, shoot the legs back. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Lift the right leg up. Let the hip open up and bend the leg just so you can get a nice stretch. Maybe draw a couple circles there. Exhale, bring your knee to your nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee over to that right tricep. Inhale, lift it high. Exhale, twist it to the left tricep. Inhale, lift it up. Step your right foot forward. Warrior one. Pivot the back heel flat. Square your hips. So that back foot's turned in just about 45 degrees. You're trying to bring your hip bones to point forward. Straight back leg, but bend into that front leg. From here, we're going to open to warrior two. Walk your back foot out wider. Line up right heel to left arch. Hips are open to the side wall. Flip your right palm up. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, windmill the hands down. Step back. Chaturanga, low push up. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Lift the left leg up, and on that first one, let that hip open up. Again, maybe move the ankle or the leg. Stretch it out. And exhale, bring your knee to your nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, left knee, left tricep. Inhale, lift it high. Exhale, twist, left knee to the right tricep. Inhale, lift it up. Step your left foot forward, starting in our warrior one. Spin the back heel flat, square the hips towards the front, both arms straight up to the ceiling. Open up, warrior two. Walk it out a little wider, open the hips, arms out to the side. Flip that front palm up, inhale, reverse. Exhale, windmill the hands down, step right back, chaturanga, low push up. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Lift your right leg up, step into a low lunge. Put your back knee down, bring your hands up to the thigh, and just take a couple breaths, sink into that hip flexor. Maybe lift your arms up, add a little back bend or palms together. Lower those hands down. Half splits. Check in with your hamstring. Straighten that right leg. Flex the foot and fold. Rebend the leg. Both hands come down. Now step to plank. And we're going to sit up side plank. Vashisthasana. Left hand down. Stack the feet. Right arm up. You can hold here. You can always put the bottom knee down. You can float the top leg up. Or maybe even grab that big toe for that full Vashisthasana. Let go. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Lift your left leg up, step into your low lunge, and put your back knee down. So we're stretching into that right hip flexor. Lift the arms up, gaze up, maybe palms together. Half splits, lower the hands down, straighten the leg. Flex the left foot, active left leg, and then fold. Rebend it, put your hands down so you can step back to plank, and then we set up our side plank with the right hand down, left arm up. Stacking the feet, putting the knee down, hovering the leg, or maybe grabbing all the way for that big toe. Finding your balance. Let go. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Bring your knees down. So we're going to do dolphin pose. I mentioned it briefly in the introduction. Dolphin is a very good foundation for your forearm stands, your handstands, your headstands, all of that. Okay, so you want to get good at that. So when we come to the wall later, if you don't want to play at the wall, you'll come back to this pose that we're going to do right now. Grab outside of the triceps. That just tells you where your elbows go, so you don't let your elbows slide too far apart. But you're not going to keep your hands there. Keep the elbows there and then extend the palms down. So middle fingers down, points forward, right? Palms are flat. No fists, no interlacing, none of that stuff. Sometimes the hands will start to slide together, and that's because the shoulders are tight. Okay, so we want to do our best. A lot of times my thumbs might touch, but yeah, just hold it there. Okay, over time, we'll be able to get it parallel. If they start sliding too much together, you can come down and reset. I used to teach it like this a lot. Sometimes that helps people, okay, if your shoulders are tight, one hand stacked on top of the other. But the key is to really push the floor away. So even though I haven't done anything with my legs, see the difference from here to here, right? I'm trying to make as much space between my face and the floor as I can and activating my shoulders. Okay, then I tuck my toes and lift the hips. And since we're going to go upside down today, not yet, but we are, I want you to look straight down at the floor, right between your forearms or your wrists. And notice if you start to sink, push the floor away more. Now, depending on the hamstrings, maybe walk the feet in a little bit. Try to lift your right leg up, lift high on the tippy toes of that left foot and just hold. 5, and keep pushing the floor away. Build that strength in your shoulders. 4, don't open your hips. 3, 2, 1. Switch legs. Right leg down, left leg up with an internal rotation, because if you open the hip, you'll fall to the side. So push the floor away a little bit more. Last 5, keep holding. 4, 3, 2, 1. Child's pose. Maybe this time the knees come together, arms alongside you, and just let those shoulders relax. So that pose is key, okay? That is going to be key to our inversion. So you will be coming back to it more during the practice if you want, okay? Now, puppy pose. Come up to tabletop, hips stay up, walk your hands forward. It's different than child's pose. We're trying to bring our chest to the ground. Forehead down or maybe chin down, melt the chest down, stretching into the shoulders and the back. This is a good counter pose to that dolphin. Walk your hands in and come back to down dog. Lift the right leg up, step it forward, right back to that warrior 1 that we were in earlier. Back heel spins flat, square the hips. Interlace your fingers behind your back, open up the chest and shoulders, and then bow forward, humble warrior. You can lay your torso on the thigh or come right to the inside of it and maybe start to get your head closer to the ground. Come back up, warrior 1, all the way, lift the arms up. Hands to prayer, right to the center of the chest. Warrior 3, we lean forward. We're going to keep the hands in prayer today. Float the left leg up. Flex the foot, find your balance using your core. Internally rotate that hip. And then from here, take it to standing splits. Lower the hands down, lift that leg high. Standing splits is also very important to the inversions because the higher you can get that flying leg, the easier it's going to be to jump. So don't open the hip. Like I said, if you open the hip to the side like that, you're going to fall. So rotate it down, even if that means the leg doesn't go as high. Right hand maybe grabs the back of that right ankle. Take a couple more breaths. Now lower the leg a little bit, flex the foot. Come up to your fingertips. We're going to come right back to that warrior 3. Hands to prayer. Step back, warrior 1. Adjust if you didn't quite land in your warrior 1. Open to warrior 2. Move that back foot out a little bit wider. Nice long stance. Inhale, reverse. Exhale to side angle. Right elbow to the thigh, left arm up, or right hand to the floor. If you want to take that top arm, you can reach it forward. Extended side angle. Lift back up, warrior 2. Inhale to reverse. Exhale, windmill the hands down. Step back, any variation, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Now we'll do that sequence on the other side. Lift the left leg up. Step it forward to your warrior 1. Pivot that right heel flat. Square your hips towards the front. Interlace the hands. See if you can put that other thumb on top. Open the chest and bow forward. Humble warrior. Torso on the thigh or slightly to the inside of it. Maybe head coming closer to the ground. Come all the way back up, warrior 1. Hands to prayer. Focus your gaze as you start to lean forward. And then float that right leg up. Flex the foot, find your warrior 3 position, making a T shape with your body. Standing splits, hands down. Maybe lift the leg higher, but without opening the hip. Pay attention to the hip. If you want to add the hand, left hand to the back of that left ankle. Back up to your fingertips, lower the leg just a little bit, and then we'll come back to that warrior 3. Hands to prayer. Step back, warrior 1. Reset there first. Open to warrior 2. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle, and you choose left elbow to the thigh or left hand to the floor. And if it's okay on that right shoulder, you might reach that right arm forward for extended side angle. All the way back up, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, windmill the hands down. Step back, chaturanga, low push-up. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Let's come down to our knees. Now we're going to do dolphin side plank, which just means we're going to be on the forearm, right? We did regular side plank earlier on the hand. So bring your right forearm down, palm flat. You can put your bottom knee down or stack the feet. Lift the left arm up and just hold it here for 5, hips up, 4, 3, 2, 1. Flip it over. Left forearm down, stack the feet or put the bottom knee down, right arm up, and hold your side plank. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Child's pose. Take a moment to reset. Now, we're going to go to the wall. So, if you do not have a wall or a door, come back to this dolphin pose. Maybe lifting one leg up, maybe count to 10 this time instead of 5, and then 10 on the other side, and keep building that strength in your dolphin. Okay? Otherwise, if you have a wall, let's take our mats over there. We're going to have a seat. So, we're going to do L-shape, forearm stand, and L-shape handstand today. Both are great prep pose, even if you're not ready to go all the way upside down. So see how I sit down on my head and back are flat up against the wall. My legs are straight, feet are flexed. Right where my heels are, that's where my elbows are going to go for my dolphin, not my hands, elbows. So just put one finger there, swing the legs around, put my elbows about where that was. Again, maybe measure it out to make sure those elbows are right under the shoulders. Forearms parallel, palms flat. Do your best to keep those palms flat. Tuck your toes. See how I'm in a dolphin? Now I walk the feet up, but not too high. I want to get an L shape. My hips right over my shoulders, suck my stomach in. Heels should be on the wall. Now I can see myself right in the camera, but if you can't see yourself, just make sure those heels are on the wall and most likely are in that L. If your heels are lifting, you're probably up too high. If you're comfortable here, lift one leg, but still keep those abs in and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch your leg. Keep holding, do your best, push that floor away, get stronger. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Carefully come down and shake out your arms. Maybe try to remember, I'm going to put one finger there, remember where those elbows were, because now we're going to do it on the hands. So where the elbows were, or where our feet are, is where our palms are going to go, and we're going to do the handstand version, L-shaped handstand. Same thing, it's a good prep pose. So palms down, right under the shoulders, spread the fingers apart so you can really grip the floor. Come into basically, it's going to look like a short version of your down dog. Walk the feet up. Now it's going to go a little higher because I'm up on my hands instead of my forearms, but it's still going to end up in an L, even though it feels like my feet are higher on the wall. Suck your stomach in, hug the abs in. Hold here, look straight down at the floor. Maybe lift the leg without arching the back. Keep the abs in. 5, 4, 3, it's okay if your arms shake. 2, 1, switch. Other leg. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Carefully come down. Woo, that was a lot doing both of them back to back, right? Your arms might be shaking a little bit, but that's good. Now, the best thing to do with that is repeat it and time yourself when you're at home. Maybe set the timer in front of you and just try to hold it for 30 seconds and then a minute, maybe with both feet on the wall or half and half, splitting up, lifting the legs. That is how you get stronger for those inversions. If you don't have the wall, you're going to do the same thing with the dolphin in the middle of the room. Work on getting it longer and longer and longer to build that strength. But it's not just about your arms. It's a lot about the core, and it's just about putting everything in the right place and focusing the gaze. So do not look at your feet. You'll either accidentally turn it into a headstand or you're just going to make it harder on yourself. It is easier if you look straight down at the floor. It is also easier the higher you get that leg in that standing splits. So I'm going to turn around. If you want to repeat what you just did, repeat that. If you want to do your forearm stand at the wall, make sure those forearms are parallel, right? Get close to the wall and lift your hips up so you're in your dolphin. Now, the closer you can walk your feet in, the easier it will be, because as I lift the leg, see how close my leg already is to the wall. If my leg is down here, it has a further distance it needs to travel. So I lift the leg high, I don't open my hip, and then I push off the foot that's on the floor. And I'm keeping my gaze straight down. You can bring both feet to the wall, or maybe tap one foot, maybe practice taking your legs away from the wall. Squeezing the inner thighs, reaching to those toes, gazing straight down, abs coming in. So try it a couple times. It might take 10 hops, or you might not get to the wall yet today. That's okay. You just keep hopping, but don't swing the leg. Remember, you start in the standing splits. The foot that's on the floor pushes. You bend that leg and you push off that foot without letting that other leg drop. So I'll try it one more time, and you can do it on your own. If you're more comfortable with it, you can back away. Right? I'm going to back away from the wall and maybe not use it or maybe use it less. Now, if you want to keep doing that, keep working on the forearm stand. I personally believe forearm stand is easier than handstand. However, if you would like to try handstand, you can. And this is just a generalization, but over the years, I've been teaching yoga for like, I don't know, 12, 14 years now. Guys tend to like handstand better or find it easier. Girls tend to find forearm stand easier. And I think it's just the way our shoulders and our chest are built. But that's just a generalization. Everybody's different, okay? So for the handstand, same thing. First one, I would start a little closer to the wall and then maybe back up. Okay, hands shoulder width. Lift your favorite leg super high. Don't kick it. Bend the leg that's on the floor and push off that foot and maybe kick up to the wall. And just work on holding here or squeeze those inner thighs. Maybe take the legs a little bit away from the wall. Okay, and then as you get more comfortable, maybe just 1 inch away. And then a little bit further, and each time maybe you get a little bit further and further away from the wall. Try it on your own. Maybe use that wall a little less. I'll give you a few more seconds, either one. Give it a couple attempts. You're never going to nail it on the first try. Sometimes not even 100 tries. Sometimes it takes years of doing it every single day. So be patient, but be persistent, right? Keep practicing. If that's a goal of yours to get that, then you got to work on it. And it'll just take time. But you keep coming back to this practice, building that strength in your upper body, that strength in your core, and then practicing good alignment in all the poses, and you will get it with patience. When you're done, let's meet in a child's pose and reset. Sit yourself up, bring your knees together. We're going to stretch the wrists and the forearms. Bring your fingers, point them towards you, and then lean back so you'll feel that stretch. So if you sit at a computer and you type a lot, this can be really good to stretch here. Or if you just use your wrists, right, if you do a lot of yoga, it might get tight. Or some sports like jiu-jitsu where we grip a lot, we need to stretch out our forearms. Flip it the other way, fingers still point towards you, but back of the hand on the mat and then lean back. And it's okay if your elbows bend a little bit. Good, shake it out. Let's meet in our downward facing dog. Step or hop to the front. Roll yourself all the way up to stand. Standing number 4. Hands to prayer, right foot across. Flex the foot. So it's a balance pose, but it's also going to be a hip stretch. The more you start to bend your left leg like you're sitting back into a chair, the deeper the hip stretch. Anytime your hands are off the floor, it's balancing, right? But if you get low enough, you might be able to put the hands down. You don't have to worry as much about the balance, but you get a deeper stretch. If you know the arm balances here, like flying pigeon or grasshopper, you can always add those in, or you just hold here. Come up, shake it out, switch legs, hands to prayer, left foot across, flex that foot, bend your right standing leg, sit your hips back. Bend the right leg as much as you can. Maybe bring the hands down or any other variations you did on the other side. Try to repeat those. And then release that. Meet at the top of the mat. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step back. Chaturanga, low push up. Inhale to up dog, exhale down dog. We'll set up for pigeon next. Lift the right leg up, bend that knee as you bring it forward. Right knee behind the right wrist, slide your left leg back. Try to wiggle it back as much as you can so you can get your hips closer to the floor. You want to make sure your knee's not sticking out to the side. It should be directly in line with the hip, not the belly button, not off of the mat. Now if your hips are up really high, you can shove a pillow or a block or something underneath your hip. Or if it's bothering your knee here, you can lay on your back for a lying down number 4, just like you did standing. If this feels good, then you fold forward. And if you feel like when you fold you're not getting very much of a stretch because you're pretty flexible, then you move your shin a little forward, flex the foot, but still square your hips down towards the floor. hands in. I'm going to take a vinyasa to reset, but you could also just go to three-legged dog if you want. You choose how you want to reset, and we'll meet in down dog. And then we'll switch sides. You lift that left leg up, bend the knees, you bring it forward, and set up your pigeon. Put that knee right behind the wrist, but see how I'm up? I slide my leg back to get my hips closer to the floor. Knee in line with hip. Make sure you're not sitting on the foot. It's just a little bit off to the side, and then you fold, or you lay on your back for your number 4, or again, you might move it forward. But if you move it forward, make sure you flex that foot, and you don't go further than a 90-degree angle. Walk your hands in. If you want one final vinyasa, you can take it or just meet us in your down dog. Last down dog of the practice. So check in. Should hopefully feel a little better than that first one. Feel a little bit more open. Step to the front and have a seat. And extend your legs straight out in front for your seated forward fold. Sit up nice and tall, flex the feet, and then fold. And if you have a strap, you can use that. Or you can grab your legs, feet, your wrists, whatever you can hold on to there. Drop your head, relax your neck, but keep the feet flexed. Slowly come up and roll all the way down onto your back like we started class. Hug your knees in. This time we're going to keep just the right knee in and extend the left leg long. Squeeze your right knee to the right shoulder. Then open your right arm like a T and we'll come into our spinal twist using the left hand to guide that right knee as close to the floor as you can over on that left side. But equally trying to keep that right shoulder down as well. Sometimes it tries to lift. Do your best to push it down. Look to the right if that's okay on the neck. And you'll feel this in a lot of places. It might be the shoulder, the chest, it might be the lower back or the hip. Wherever you feel it, just breathe some space into it. Bring it to center. Hug both knees in so you can neutralize the spine. And then we'll switch sides. So keep that left leg in, straighten the right leg out. Squeeze the left knee to the left shoulder. Open your left arm like a T. Use your right hand, twist that leg across, and take your spinal twist to the opposite side. Back to center. Hug your knees in for one last squeeze. Wrap your arms around your shins. Give yourself a big hug, curling up into a little ball. And then we let everything go. Coming into our Shavasana, final relaxation. Extending the legs long and let your feet fall open nice and wide. Arms relax alongside you with the palms facing up. Take your shoulders, shrug them away from the ears to help keep your neck long. As you close your eyes, clear away any last remaining thoughts. Take a nice deep inhale through your nose. Exhale all the air out the mouth, letting it go and letting your muscles relax deeper into the floor. small movements back to your body. And maybe draw a couple circles with the wrists and ankles, moving them in both directions. Maybe gently move your head a little bit side to side. Anything that feels good to you. When you feel ready, reach the arms overhead, reach the legs long, create that nice full body stretch, getting as tall as you can. Hug your knees in and roll to one side, coming into a fetal position. And keep the eyes closed. Use the hands, press yourself all the way up into a comfortable seated position. So cross the legs, sit up nice and tall. Hands come together at heart center, Anjali Mudra. Take a couple last deep breaths, scanning your body, noticing how it feels after your yoga practice today. Let's take one more nice deep inhale through the nose. Exhale the air out the mouth, letting it go. Lift your hands to your forehead, your third eye center, and bowing forward. Namaste. Thank you guys for joining me for that yoga flow. I hope you enjoyed going upside down. Keep practicing. It just takes a lot of repetition, and I hope you have some success with it. Once you practice it a lot, let me know how it goes, or share your photos of you upside down, either at the wall or the middle of the room. I can't wait to see your guys' progress. Remember, follow me on YouTube as well, Rachel Silverman Yoga, or you can also find some videos on my IGTV, Rachel_Yoga. Have a great Friday.